Okay, today I'm going to be talking about this S-Video converter that I got from Taobao.com, and it works for the Sega Genesis Model 1. They also have a Model 2 variant, which the main difference is the DEM pin at the end. But anyway, what we're watching now is regular, muddy composite video. So let's go ahead and change this over to S-Video and let's see if we can see a difference here. Plugs in quite nicely, just as good as any official device. And now this is our S-Video. Right away you should probably be able to see the greater clarity of the pixels. Actually my lighting isn't too great here. Let me turn a few lights off. Let's see if this is any better. Okay, but yeah, since it's through an S-Video source, you're not getting any vertical jail bars. The colors are more vibrant. There's no color bleeding. I bought this device from a Chinese website called Taobao.com, and I used a proxy server or a proxy delivery buying service. I believe other people on YouTube, such as Metal Jesus Rocks, have describe those services if you're wanting to buy things from Chinese websites that don't deliver to the States. And basically, I think it was $25 total, even using the proxy buying service. So that being said, yeah, $25 for an S-Video solution is really, really good. I prefer to play these old consoles on CRT. I think they look much better. There's no lag. You don't need to buy a $100 or $200 device. So I think this looks much, much better. Let's go ahead and see a little gameplay. Now let's check out another game. And we are using the Mega SD official with the second revision firmware. And it works quite nicely. Let's see. Yes, Outrun with Pyron's color hack. So if you like Pyron color hacks, oh man, my camera zooming in and out. And focus. Okay, there it goes.
Yeah, ready?
I erroneously picked the wrong music track. This game should have been on the Sega Genesis Mini or Classic, whatever it was called. This game should have definitely been on it. Along with Afterburner. I mean, Space Harrier is okay, but if you're going to play any home conversion of the Super Scaler series, Outrun's probably the best and most iconic. So, yeah, delete that out and Sega Genesis Mini. I don't know. I'd be bummed if I was going to buy that product and didn't have it, personally. But I don't need to, because I have a Sega Genesis Model 1 with a S-Video converter and the almighty Terra Onion Mega SD, which you can't beat that in my opinion.
Checkpoint.
Oh man, I was in low gear still. Alright, I can still do it. Oh man, I think I was low gear. Hold on, still need to burn the other shells. Come on. That was the worst Elvis impersonation in the history of history. Oh my goodness. Quite close, quite close. Yeah, definitely too close to the rocks. Not really close to the rocks. Definitely too close. Yeah, definitely too close to the rocks. It's my terrible Dustin Hoffman as Rain Man impersonation. Next we'll be doing a terrible Jim Carrey, followed up by a terrible Regis Philbin impersonation. But I do a great B. Arthur. People love my B. Arthur impersonation. Ooh, right at the last second. Yeah, people often refer to me as a feminine version of Maud. I think that's a compliment, because Maud's pretty nasty. Oh, darn. Come on, guys. It's the last stretch. Come on, baby, come on. Speaking of old ODB from the Wu-Tang Clan, I watched Dolomite last night, yesterday afternoon. I really liked it. Excellent movie. Oh, come on. I'm not going to make it. Darn. Come on. Oh, not quite. Well, usually if I play this game, I kind of need a warm-up round, and then I can be the second go-around. So it's okay. Let's do a little bit of Castlevania Bloodlines. That's started to get some love recently. My Genesis story is that my brother and I went $50 each on a Genesis Model 2 that came with Greatest Heavyweights Boxing. You know what? We're going to go Greatest Heavyweights Boxing instead, because no one talks about that. I'm not Mr. Sports, but it's an excellent game. So anyway, the Model 2 Genesis that we bought, our introduction to Sega Genesis, after we had the Nintendo NES, after the SNES, we're always curious about Sega. So anyway, we bought it. It had Greatest Heavyweights Boxing, and it also had Wimbledon Tennis. And I wanted Sonic 2. My brother persuaded me to get this one because it said two games. I'm like, yeah, but tennis sucks. But anyways, basically what we got. And even the tennis game, even though I don't like tennis, it's well done. But this is the meat and potatoes of why we bought that Sega. This one's cool. Let's see. Let's make a career. Let's call him Fart Guy. Name that one Still Fear. You can change like any skin color, so it's pretty cool. I always like doing like purple or blue or green, and sometimes the ref would be purple or green. You'd be like, oh, he's biased, he's biased. They'd both be purple or green. We say ridiculous things like that to amuse ourselves. You change your stats. That wouldn't be a very good idea, but actually kind of want to balance, to be honest. Yeah, let's do that for now. This game's really, really cool. I'm not Mr. Boxing or Mr. Sports or anything like that, but this game is really, really good. It's well done. It's fun. Good graphics, good sounds, good gameplay, good controls. Many licensed, how do you say, boxers, real life boxers. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Don't run away. Henry, what's wrong with you? Here I am. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10. Knockout. And the winner is player one. Nobody suspects if he's a mutant or if he's an alien or if he's on drugs or if he's irradiated. It's like, nah, he's blue. He's the blue guy. It's alright. I think that's the world we should live in, where it's okay to have blue skin, and nobody questions it. In this corner, player one. In this corner, the challenger. It's me, I'm a challenger. My name is Alex Oyster. Of course, I'm playing as Fart Guy, so I don't have much room to talk about Alex Oyster's bad name if I've got a worse name. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9. Don't run away. Mama's boy. You can trash talk in this game. It's pretty cool. You say random catchphrases, or random phrases rather, when you press A, B, and C together at the same time. This game's pretty darn cool. Here Sounds like Judge Mills Lane. 7, 8.
And the winner is Layer 1.
Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube and I'm seeing it through my camera as kind of a rolling black bar, that doesn't occur. That's only picked up by the camera. So, yeah. So pretty much imagine if there was no rolling black bar, and that's what you'd get. And actually, yeah, it looks a little bit better in person. I think the blue is clearer, like the opposing boxer. I mean, it's more detailed. I think it's probably so I have bad lighting, and plus picking up a CRT television with a cheap Android phone, you know. But in person, yeah, it looks really, really clear. Maybe I have it too close. Let's see. Let's see if I can drop my phone. That's our. Whoop! Almost did it. Whoop! Yeah, too bad I didn't have better light. Let's see. Maybe if I zoom a little, or does that just make it worse? Let's see. Can we get the most with the least effort? Okay. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Yeah, imagine that, but clearer. And of course, on the recording device, it kind of flickers a bit. There's no flicker. So imagine no flicker, no rolling black bar, you know. And that's what you'd be getting. Here I am. So good. Let's see, let's pick a couple. Jog machine. Yeah, I think I ate a big steak just now, so I need to digest that. What better way to digest than speed bag? Everything else that's pretty balanced. Ooh, Red Williams, like my evil doppelganger. Okay, I think if you save this, or if you reset this game, it's auto save. Good music too, by the way. Okay. Yeah, and everybody kind of poops on Beavis and Butthead for the Sega Genesis. It's not the greatest game of all time, but I think my brother and I, after we bought our Sega Genesis Model 2, I think it was maybe 6 months here after we started finding a lot of Genesis games in the Walmart bargain bin for like $5, and Beavis and Butthead is one of the games we got, and I dare to say it's much better on the Sega Genesis than the Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo version, it's still Beavis and Butthead, but it's a very different game. It's more action and platforming, and this one's more of a go fetch quest, but it's kind of cool though. And you do things that Beavis and Butthead would do. They're raunchy and whatever, but that's what would you expect from Beavis and Butthead. They're not polite. It's not Leave It to Beaver, you know. So, age appropriate, of course, if you're gonna watch this or play this game, you know, because once you watch it, you know, you'll never go back. No, I'm teasing.
Come on, dude. Okay.
Yeah, these guys are like Laurel and Hardy of the '90s. I'd have to say. It's basically, I'm going to skip the intro, but basically they lose their war tickets, and then the neighbor who's quite similar to Hank Hill, but he's not Hank Hill. He's like the proto Hank Hill. Anyway, he runs them over with the lawnmower, so they got to fight all the pieces of their war tickets and blah, blah, blah. So, let's see. Let's go on our little search. Yeah, C button picks things up, / action. I don't know, those are like soda cans and stuff. Yeah, here's your Guar tickets or pieces. Yeah, you gotta find them all. I don't have any, so. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Guar is cool. Yeah, okay, A button runs, 3-button game. And get the remote, and then you, okay, start button, and then so C. Alright. I think we should go to the drive-in for Burger World. Yeah. I think this game looks a hell of a lot better too than the Super Nintendo version. That's for darn sure. Oh, that's right, the Razzle Tree. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. At least not yet. Well, I guess later we can go to the hospital. Alright, let's put the... Oh, come on, jerks. Okay. Oh, no. Here we go. Alright, it's BUTTHEAD. That's the password. The password is butthead, believe it or not. Okay, let's see. Let's put... Yeah, and the rat. There we go. Service, I want service now. Okay, so let's give him... That's more like it, boys. Thanks. Go. Good. So now we have to go around and get the piece of the war ticket. I guess somehow that man ate the piece of war ticket. The band war tickets to the war concert. So don't ask, man. It's beyond me, man. It takes a lot of hits to kill something in this game. That's one thing I'll say. The enemies do respawn a lot. This game's not perfect, but it's not bad by any means. So yeah, people shit on the Genesis, or they, talk smack about the Genesis, reviews about it on the Genesis. It's not, oh, you jerk. The good thing is, though, that most enemies do drop health, but you're going to get beaten senseless in the process. So basically anticipate you're going to be firing those stupid P shots over and over. Let's see. Alright, I have to select this, I think. There we go. Oh, cool. Alright. Yeah, because you can get out of the level 2 at any point, but if you do that, you drop anything that you found in the process, so it kind of sucks. That and my brother and I, we never did write down passwords, especially when they have lowercase, uppercase numbers. So since I have the it's the Mega SD by Terra Onion, let's just make it save state. I like that bass, sounds pretty cool. Yeah, you guys are kind of sick, but I still love you. Alright, and last off, let's go to some Master System. I've been playing Phantasy Star a lot, but let's try something else out of the blue. Afterburner, I do like Afterburner. Yeah. I like Afterburner on Master System. I play it a lot on the Game Gear with the Master System converter. That was a really fun experience. Oh, this must be FM sound. I don't recall this music. Ooh, ear piercing. Maybe I won't play this with FM music. Yeah, it's definitely the FM music. I'm not crazy about the FM music. Nor am I crazy about the sound effects. Oh yeah, that's right, I can't restart it on Master System mode. That's alright. Tom Cruise, eat your heart out. Oh, got shot down, man. I done did it. I died. Yeah, I don't care for this FM sound, personally, on that game. There's other games where it's debatable, but in general, I'm starting to prefer the standard PSG music than the FM sound on the Master System, but it's nice to have the option, that's for darn sure. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to our friend the Master System. Maybe I'll get more into the game if I play it without the FM music.
FM Towns Marty.
Yeah, I like this a lot better. Reminds me of the Game Gear, which I love, Game Gear Shinobi. Yeah, it sounds much better. Yeah, the sound effects are better, the music's better. I mean, God bless him for trying, the FM sound, but this is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, I've done that. I put everything on turbo. Let's see if they put buttons are not on turbo anymore. Oh crud! Yeah, this game's really cool. Anyone getting seasick yet? Getting air sick? Getting sick of my bad sense of humor? Sure, we all do. Missile time, baby. Yeah, I'd have to say that even though the Sega CD version of Afterburner is not really Afterburner, it's based on another Sega game, I'd have to say the Master System version is much better than the Sega CD version. I'd take this version over the Sega CD version any day, because it's really Afterburner. Oh, Afterburn. Oops. Alright, I think let's wrap it up with a little Sega CD here. Wrapping up with a little bit of Sega CD. From George Bush. No new taxes. I remember that, and there were a bunch of new taxes. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, he told a lie. Politicians aren't supposed to do that. That was weird. I didn't expect that one. I did read his lips too. He had on his lips. He tattooed like those tattoos that you get from the gumball machines. He put a tattoo on his lips and it said "No new taxes." But there were. So he misled us. Still haven't gotten over that. Okay, let's see. Personally, this is my favorite reason to have Sega CD. Final Fight CD with the Pyron's color hack, which in itself makes the game look much better, but then once you have much better clarity. Maybe one day I'll have to compare this version of the game with the PlayStation 2 arcade emulated, I guess, from the Capcom Classics collection. But until then, it's S-Video, no lag. If there's any lag, it's on the fault of the camera, because in person there's no no fault whatsoever in person. So any rolling bars or lag, it's going to be from the Android phone trying to take a recording of it. Yeah, normally when mayors need to take the bus, they have to fight 1,000 people. It's mandatory for every city's mayor to fight the entire city. Oh man. Oh man. That's why Hacker's awesome. Just pile drive everybody. I think Guy is a little more fun to play as, but I get a lot further with Hacker. But then again, Hacker does have that pile driver, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, the frame animation, I think it's a fault of the programming, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's a fault of the programming, not the device or Pyron. On the regular standard version of the game, it does that as well. But anyway, that's my demonstration of the S-Video converter for the Model 1 Sega Genesis. It's only about, actually it has a really cool Sega logo. I don't know if the light can catch that or not. It's made really good quality, hard aluminum. It's really, really like dense. It's not super heavy, but it does have a good heft to it. I wouldn't want to be hit by it, that's for darn sure. So anyway, it's sturdy. It was, I think maybe it was like $10 or $12, but then when I used the proxy buying service to get it, or importing service, I suppose you call it. I forget that name, but anyway, this site is a Chinese website called Taobao, and this is called S-Video Adapter, Model 1 Genesis. And they have a Model 2 one also, and again, the difference being the DIN connection, which is much smaller on the Sega Genesis Model 2, Nomad, and the 32X. They all share the same AV port. However, the Model 1 Genesis does share the same as the Master System video port. So, yeah, I really like it. So in all, I think with the buying service, I think it's $25 total, which I think is well worth that. I have my own S-Video cable. Well, you can see in the back. I don't know if it does stereo output from the back. I suppose I should try that, but I have the standard headphone to RCA audio, the front, like pretty much everyone else does. But it might put out stereo. I'm not sure. But anyway, it does this video and does it really well, and yeah, I like it. I would definitely recommend it for anyone who's an enthusiast for Sega Genesis Model 1 or 2, etc., for CRT televisions. Alright, thanks. Enjoy the video, man.